Hey everybody, it's Rob the Backyard Gardener, and it's time to get you updated on my avocado trees that I've grown from seed. So before I turn the camera around and show you my avocado trees, I do want to remind everyone that if you recall, a couple of years ago, I brought them indoors and they did not do very well indoors despite my attempt at artificial lighting. I think it really set the avocado trees back for a year. So last winter, I decided to put my avocado tree into my outdoor greenhouse. And you know what? The guy was doing fantastic over the entire winter. It wasn't really a mild winter, but we never had any sustained frost nights. So a day here, a day there, it had time to recover. It never really suffered too badly. But late February, early March, we had almost a week straight of way under freezing temperatures, and I happened to not be home. And it really did a number on my avocado tree, which I'll show you in a second. But let me go ahead and show you those dates on the calendar and the temperatures we experienced here in Texas and the prolonged amount of time that we had those sub-freezing temperatures, so I can give you some context before I show you how the avocado trees look. Let me go ahead and do that right now for you. So I wanted to kind of show you what actually occurred here late February, early March. You can see this is actually what the temperatures were compared to historical averages. The 24th of February was fine, so was the 25th. 26th, everything's looking normal. Got a little cold on February 27th, and we were out of town celebrating my wife's birthday, and next thing we know, boom, 36 degrees high, 29 degrees low, 43 and 32, 42 and 37 on March 2nd. March 3rd, 41 and 27, 32 and 21, and it just got freezing at night, 45 and 20, 53 and 28, and then finally got back to normalization. So we had roughly a week straight while we were out of town. Even though my avocado plants were inside of the greenhouse, we were 20 degrees, if not more, lower than our historical average for consecutive days. It wasn't like it dipped one day, it dipped several days. And I just want to take a second to show you that, because I think this is going to put everything in perspective when I give you guys an update on my avocado trees. Yeah, so you can see avocado trees don't really like anything below 45 degrees, let alone below freezing, let alone in the 20s. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm in my indoor greenhouse right now, and I'm going to flip the camera on and show you how bad this looks. There is some good news to this update, but it's a little disheartening, but I wanted to go ahead and give you updated and show you what I've been faced with and why I've postponed the update until I was certain about what the status was on my avocado tree that I grown from seed. So here is the top of my avocado tree plant, guys. You can clearly see he didn't make it from the frost. Matter of fact, the top part died. I tried to chop it off to save him. The next part died. I tried to chop it off to save him. And I've literally been at a loss for this. But the root mass survived. And the root mass has put out new shoots. And technically, what I need to do now is go ahead and try to pick the best of these three. Because here's the good news. Yes, the trunk died. It's completely gone. But this root mass obviously survived, which means I've got a nearly 4-year-old root mass on this plant. And these little tiny avocado trees do not need that much of a root mass. And so all I need to do to get this guy caught back up to where he was before he perished is decide which one of these avocado trees, saplings I should say, is the front runner. I think it's this guy right here. And so what I want to do is probably and likely trim off this one here and this one here and let this entire humongous root ball mass just feed this one plant. And here's the good news. Yes, he died. for the most part, but it should only have set me back about a year, maybe a year and a half, because this guy is going to grow like a weed with all these established roots. Matter of fact, just 2 weeks ago, these little guys looked like these little guys, because even my secondary and third avocado trees died as well, as you can see. These are the two little ones I started that were about a year old, and only thing survived was the root mass. And in a few weeks, they have literally grown more than a foot. So they're putting on about an inch a day. And I believe that if I just trim this guy down to the front runner, maybe I trim it down to just 2, and we'll keep letting one establish itself as the front runner, because I'm afraid to trim it down to 1 and have it perish. But I think these 2 guys right here look fantastic, as you can see. But I want them to focus its energy on this guy again. Listen, avocado trees are not made for my zone. It gets too cold, unless I were to grow them exclusively indoors all year round, and I don't want to do that. I don't have the space. So just wanted to give you guys an update. This is why I have postponed the update today. There was nothing to show you. I had written this off on March 15th. I had written this series off, and I was thinking, what should I film? What should I talk about to show you guys? I thought it was over, but it's clearly not. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and chop down this trunk to right about here where it's completely dead. And that way we're not focusing any energy on trying to revitalize this trunk. And then I think I'll remove one of these 3. I think I'm going to remove that one over there, the far left one, if you will. If you look at it like this far left one. And then I'll give you one more shot of it. We'll keep 2 growing for now. And in my next monthly update, we'll see how much progress these guys have put on, as well as these little guys. We got a tiny one going down there. I probably just need to trim this little guy off just like this. We don't want this guy growing down here. We don't need that extra one. We want to focus on this one. So I'm going to get all these set up to only have 2 liters at the most. And we'll give you one last snapshot before we go ahead and depart for the day. All right, so here you go. I have trimmed the trunk down to where it's still dead, but at least a little bit more healthier than it was before. All the energy is now going to go into these 2 plants. I'm only keeping 2 for now until I see a clear front runner. Obviously, this looks like the better one, but you never know. And I don't want to hurt myself by not hedging my bets here. All right, that's the update on the avocado series grown from seed. We are set back, but I'm curious to see how fast over the next several months these guys catch back up to where it was prior to the freeze. I'll also be including these little guys in the series from now on, and we'll see how they do. I guess we'll go ahead and pinch off this 3rd one down here, since it's clearly not going to be the front runner for those. So there you have it, everyone. Again, I want to apologize for not getting you updated on my avocado tree series. Literally, I was just thinking, what should I be able to film? Because it was dead. It was a dead stump. I probably should have taken a couple of images or some videos as the little guy was sprouting. I just got sidetracked with work and everything, but I wanted to give you an update. We'll keep this series going. It should now function fine throughout the summer, and I wouldn't mind hearing some ideas and some thoughts about what I could do over the winter next year, depending on how big the plants get, to make sure that they survive. I don't want to have to bring them indoors. Hopefully you're enjoying this avocado trees grown from seed series. I know it's been a while since the update, and I know there's not a lot to look at this time, but we're learning as we go and as we grow. If you are, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy gardening, and thanks for watching.